Who shot you?
Yeah. What's the word? It's your man Slap Shot You. Here with dope actor. I think we met through Dizzy.
Yeah, we do Dizzy.
Exactly. Shit, muffled.
Nah, you good?
So, yeah, let the people know you.
So, man, Alanzo Phillips, actor. You know what I mean? You can catch me on Facebook, Alanzo Phillips. Instagram, I am Alanzo Phillips. That's spelled IAMALANZO. PHILLIPS. Everything is together, no spaces, none.
No underscore. Got you. So, all right, then. So you got like a long list of resume at this point right now. So at this point, I want you to like lay out some of the things, some of the roles that you've taken, things like that.
Some of the projects and the roles.
Yeah.
Where can I start? Where can I start though?
When did you start?
I started in 2014, but I took a break because I had cancer. So it was a life-threatening situation. So I had to step back and take care of my health and all that. So once I overcame cancer through the grace of God, I was able to get back to it. It took me like about only a year and a half. So I'm back. I'm at it right now. So I started with Plan B, Sentiments of the City. It's on YouTube right now. A couple of clips, but we finished it. We didn't finish the old project, but I got right now. I did Manhunt, which is on Amazon Prime, Tubi TV. It got over 20,000 views, almost 30,000 views in YouTube. I did Let's Go. It's a web series in Brooklyn. Shout out to my man Class. Smoke the 300 gang and everything. So I did season 3, so check that out on YouTube. Right now I'm doing Bullet to the Ballot. As I was telling you earlier, it's basically like life experiences that took place, like things that happened, like with the police brutality and Breonna Taylor, Trayvon Martin, and Zimmerman and different things like that, good cop, bad cop kind of thing. So episode 1 is out right now in YouTube, but June 19th will be the season, we'll be showing
You're throwing the whole season out at once for that time. Okay, got you. Alright, so I seen you promoting it, but I didn't know like the first episode I dropped. I would definitely have watched it like before. Before. So my apologies on that. But got you. Alright then, so what gave you the acting bug, man?
I just like acting. I mean, I went to school for radio TV, so when I went to Old Westbury, got a master's degree. So, and I like being on the air personality. So it's basically I was like, let me try something. Let me try acting. So my friends like, you can act real well. A little funny. So I tried it. Shout out to Richard Bird and Timothy Rock for giving me the opportunity to bring my talents out to the game and all that. So since from then I just took off. I met like a lot of dope people, coming out to Roy Jones Jr. I met Alonzo Phillips. I'm doing a project called A Father's Prize. Should be coming out in May 20th. I met Gravy from Notorious, and then I met La Kid who played in Belly. Shout out to Jay Paris, the big homie. So I met a lot of dope people, and it's just great to work with different people and different projects. Every project is not the same, but like just me taking it in the lessons and the experiences and everything like that. So I'm just humbly and I'm blessed to work with different type of people and gain a little experience and just add it to my repertoire. And I follow different actors and actresses, but like one of my 2 top actors is Michael Clark Duncan and Denzel Washington.
I've never heard anybody say Michael Clark before. Like, what about Michael Clark?
Just by his demeanor and just by his presence and the way he just really articulate and really put his passion and his love into every project that he does, especially the Green Mile and all that. So, I mean, I just take different techniques and trying to add it to my repertoire, but like I love Michael Clark Duncan and Denzel Washington, as I said. So they're one of the top 2, my top 2, actors in the industry. Favorite artists.
Got you. And what can you learn from like Denzel?
How humble he is and his work ethic. He just basically he makes other people better around him. Like you definitely, when you watch a Denzel Washington movie, you're never gonna be disappointed because you always know he's always gonna give his 110 and into the project, and you always gonna know that he's gonna be perfecting any role that he partakes. one of my favorite roles was for him was Training Day. I mean, he did good with Glory and all that, but just to see him do Training Day, play the back cop, I won't say the back, like kind of like a back cop, whatever, but it was just different. Like the whole thing is different, and to see him play that, and then especially hitting fences with Viola Davis, it was crazy. I'm like, wow, he really put his all into it. So
they all like mention that movie. I think that was the last time I cried.
Yeah, I cried too. I'm like,
Fences was the one. Fences fucked me up. Yeah,
I'm like, oh shoot. I'm like,
yeah, Fences.
I'm like, there's really people out there. Like, there's really people that thinks like Denzel Washington. I'm like, oh wow. Like,
nah, it's not like that's his character as a dad. Yeah. Nah, that was some really good acting on that one. All right, cool. So. How do you go how do you go about not getting like typecasted? Because I'm pretty sure like now that you coming up and you're hungry, you probably take anything that you could get that. You understand what I'm saying? But how do you avoid being typecasted?
I mean, just try to be versatile as much as possible. You know, I mean, whatever projects, whatever role I can fulfill and all that, I take it with a grain of salt because, like I said, I'm humble and I'm blessed to be in these positions because there's people in my position trying to take my position or trying to get a spot. So for me, just acting on different scenes and different roles and just taking it as I go along and I learn as I progress.
Do you think that you do get offered like different roles or do you think people try to like box you in?
I mean, sometimes they try to box me in, but like I said, like I try to like be very humble as possible and stick to what I know and then just grow from there because you know, people like, oh, you play the bouncer, play the security guard, the hitman. Yeah, I feel like sometimes I be typecasted, but it's not on purpose. But it's like for me, like I'm just building my resume, and I'm just keep getting better and better. So, but like I'll be doing homework, doing my studying, and trying to like portray different roles and different things, like, you know, like principal, maybe like a love scene. I mean, one day I would love to do a love scene, but you know, I'm taking one day at a time. You know,
so what's your role at Bullet for the
I'm a detective, a good cop, basically.
So I mean, a little bit outside of like what you normally do.
I mean, I won't. You kind of, but I mean, it's like a good cop. Me being a good cop, and I'm just going against like the bad cops of the system and all the corrupted system. So that's what I'm going against.
All right, cool. So now, like, have you ever thought about putting together maybe like your own production in order to like display some sort of range or something like that?
I mean, in the future. I mean, like. Even I think about getting a management team, but you know, right now I'm just I do everything for myself. You know, I'm not in a rush to even my SAG. I'm like I'm gonna say this humbly. I'm two waivers away. I'm one more waiver away to being SAG eligible, but I'm not in a rush to do that because, like I said, I'm just still trying to learn the business the best way I can, so I won't get like jerked around and everything. But like I said, I'm just growing. You know, being an actor, I'm trying to be great. You know, it's difference between good and great. And right now, I'm good, but it's always room for improvement. It's always room for improvement to get better.
I got you. So, all right. So, for the people that don't know what SAG is, can you explain to them what SAG is and what it provides?
I mean, SAG is like basically union. You know, you get the union. I know it's a lot now. It's like over 3,000 or something like that. I know it was cheaper back then, but you know, SAG is basically union. You get union jobs and all that. But you know, it's I won't say it's easy. It's hard. It's ever to get there. But like I said, you got to put in the work. You know, to get to that position. But you know, I know a lot of people who SAG, so I learn from them too and their experiences, and they tell me that it's not easy to be SAG. So, like I said,
what's the difficult part about being SAG?
I mean, being consistent and getting work. So you gotta be consistent. Whatever you do in life, you gotta be consistent. If you're not consistent or you're not really producing anything, you're not gonna get it.
Can you get kicked out of that shit?
Huh?
Can you get kicked out of SAG?
I
thought it was like once you're in, you're in.
I mean, I can't even speak on that one. That's something I can't speak on because I don't know.
You're not sure.
Get cut. Yeah. So.
Oh, okay, gotcha. All right, so but is that a goal for you? Like,
that's a goal for me. Yeah, that's a goal. You know, being SAG. Working. I want to work with. I got like different people I want to work with. Like a few people. I think I wrote like top 5 on my list. I wrote 50 Cent. I wrote Ryan Coogler, Spike Lee. I wrote Lena Waithe, if I'm saying her name,
Lena Waithe,
and then Ava, I forgot her last name. Ava, yeah.
Okay, gotcha. Yeah. Well, all right, cool. Why Ryan Coogler? I mean, cause you were really hit it too. I mean, I guess now after Black Panther.
I mean,
but before then,
I mean, because
he was one of my favorites before. And all.
Yeah. I mean, cause like I love superheroes. I mean, one of these days I would love to play. Like, one of my favorite superheroes is Batman. But you know, I can't wait to. I was supposed to do a fan film called Young Justice Future Shock. We still in post production. I'm supposed to be playing Jefferson Pierce, aka Black Lightning. So we still in post production for that one. So
that's so the different roles are coming to you.
Yeah, different roles coming. Like I said, I'm gonna be patient. I'm being patient. I'm just gonna keep working hard. You know?
I got you. So what is it like when you rewatch your work? How do you feel? Like, do you cringe? Because I know sometimes I rewatch my interviews. I'll be like, ooh.
I mean, when I watch my work, I'll be like, oh wow, like I ain't lie. I was nervous at first to watch my work. I was like, wow, I know I did good, you know, during the scenes and, you know, during on set. But it's like for you to watch, you critique your own work, it's like, oh my goodness. And I'm like, wow. I'm my own critique, you know. I'm my own competition. Like I believe there's no competition because I'm my own competition. I'm the only one that can stop myself from being great and I stop my blessings. You know, so when I critique my work, I try to basically take something and learn and flip it and basically add different things and different techniques and try to be perfect as possible in my craft. So that's why you got good actors, you got great actors, and you got bad actors. I don't say bad actors. There's bad actors, good actors, great actors, but you gotta know the difference between all three of them. And right now, I feel like I'm good, but I can only get better by improving and just taking my craft seriously.
Got you. So, at what point do you stop from doing the web series, and when you think all right, I only want to do this now? Does that ever become a point, or do you always say are you humble where you well, if it's a good role, I'll take it?
I mean, see, that's a good question because I want to stop doing web series. I mean, but see, me being humble, whatever project comes and it makes sense to me and it's benefiting for me and benefit for the project and everything, I'll do what I have to do. But other than that, like I said, the more I build my resume, now I know what's my worth. Because in life, you gotta know what's your worth. If you don't know your worth, people will try to cheat you out of your success, and people will definitely take advantage of you. So for me, I'm gonna just keep understanding what's my worth. So,
do you still feel? I mean, how far are you away from saying all right, that's clipped, I'm not doing anymore? What's the line?
Oh, that's a good question. I say I'm not that far, but like I said, I'm just
take it as it comes.
Take it as it comes.
Got you. All right, then. So you talked earlier about being diagnosed with cancer and stuff like that, right? Does that play a role in the urgency to maybe try to rush your process or something like that, knowing that you could, you weren't sick or something like that? Does that make you want to expedite where you're going?
I won't say expedite, but me dealing with cancer just made me teach me how to appreciate the moments in life and just be humble. It taught me live different things in life. They taught me how to just live and be yourself. Because most people in life don't know how to be themselves, or they try to do things for clout, and that's not who I represent as myself and as a brand. So I always try to be authentic as possible, not only to myself and to the people I love, especially my son and the people that's really in my corner, on my side. So I always try to be authentic as possible, and then just me dealing with cancer made me wow, you could have something today and it could be snatched like that in a moment.
Gotcha.
So
all right, cool. Because with that, I always wondered does it take away people always tell you trust the process, especially when you're young and you're grinding and stuff like that. So I'd be I'm wondering when it's something life threatening like that, is there a point where you're yo, fuck the process, I need to get this done now, or it has to be it has to be at a certain point, or you start looking at where other people was at.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, I ain't gonna lie, when I was dealing with cancer, I was depressed in moments because I was seeing the people that was doing the same thing I'm doing or doing what they love to do, and they getting there, and it's like me taking a step back. But it's not something I could control. So I was beating myself for like, why me dealing with cancer and all that, like why can't it be somebody else? I mean, I was beating myself at this point, so I had to kind of like put myself in a position where I had to get tough mentally, because mental health is very important in life. Like, because if your mental health ain't up there, or it's not like strong enough, you're gonna like drive yourself crazy, and then that's when you start giving up. I mean, at one point I kind of want to give up, because I never dealt with something that was bigger than me, and I had, through the grace of God, I had great people around me, like my family and my friends, that was really supportive of me, and they basically encouraged me to get better and to get stronger. And once what you want to do, just take it from there. Like look at different moments and all that. Right now, for me, being an actor, it's not a job for me, it's my passion. So the stuff that I've been through, being cancer and then diabetes came along with it in the process, it just taught me how to be stronger. Like, I was strong, I was always strong, but it's like taught me how to get it more hungry, like leave everything off the table.
No, okay, I get what you're saying. All right, cool. So was there any moments you ever wanted to give up your passion? And you're like,
it was a moment, like when I was sick, and I was like, man.
But since
I got over it, I was good. I'm good.
Yeah, okay.
I'm good.
You just took everything in stride.
I took it in stride. Yeah, took everything in stride. So.
Okay, I got you. Yeah. So all right. So as far as this goes, acting isn't something that has like a age limit to it. You get what I'm saying? Like, would you be willing to like just work this until like old age, and then maybe like the fruits of your labor start flourishing maybe like 20 years? So now I'm not saying that would be you, but I'm saying like, but even like look at Viola Davis, you mentioned her, like the awards really just started rolling in for her,
right? And
she been doing this for like forever. You know what I'm saying? She in like her mid 50s, mid to late 50s. You get what I'm saying? So I'm saying, is that okay with you? Because it sometimes work like that with actors. Sometimes you put in all the work, you'll do all the extras. You'll be an extra mad times. You get the one-liners and stuff like that. And Oscar-worthy roles don't really come until maybe like 60 or something like that. Are you willing to grind it out to that point?
I'm ready to grind it out. I'm ready to grind it out till I can't grind out no more. That's what I believe. Just keep grinding. Because like for me, success means in different ways. Like just telling you my story, my backstory about me being sick, and me want to have a career in acting and all that, just basically pushed me to be great. So like I said, like I'm willing to grind it out.
Gotcha. So how do you improve?
I'm just doing homework, just basically critiquing myself, watching myself on film, and then like just doing homework on the roles that I get. So
what do you think is like your strongest emotion that you convey the best through screen?
That's a good question. That's a good question, because like me playing like the cop roles and all of that, like I get my emotions, because like basically the situations I've been through, it's easy for me to kind of channel out my emotions, because I've been through a lot. So it's like it's easy for me to bring the emotions out. So people say it takes a lot to cry and all that, but for me it just because
once you hit the light switch,
it's a light switch. Because it's like you've been in that place before. You've been in a dark place. So when you understand how you've been in a dark place, everything's come natural.
So you learned how to channel it.
Yeah, I know how to channel it.
So what do you feel like you have difficulty? What emotion you feel like you have difficulty conveying? Like you think like, I don't know, I don't really think I like portray that well through screen yet.
I mean the crying part, because it's like you gotta cry. It's not hard, but it's like when to do it, because it's like because you could be talking and then you can say like a couple of lines, and then it's like you gotta like bust it right.
You gotta cry right then.
Right then and there, yeah. I just be like, nah, I try to tough it out, like. But if I have to do it, like I said, I'll be able to channel it. So.
I got you. All right, then. So you do a lot of web series and things like that.
Yeah.
So a lot of times you are surrounded by amateurs, you know. So like, as somebody that takes it serious, you get what I'm saying, and wants to make a career, has made a career out of this, right? How is that? What is it like working with like people who necessarily don't do this every day, who just like, all right, well, my man's called me to like read a script, you get what I'm saying, or something like that. What's that experience like for somebody? Is it challenging?
It's challenging. I mean, just period, just being on set with people is challenging because you gotta understand the energy. Like when you go into sets, you gotta make sure the energy is right. If the energy ain't right, I mean, the set won't be as productive as much as you want it to be. So it's all about energy. It's all about vibes. So if you go there with great positive vibes and all that, everything's gonna work out for itself. Because teamwork makes the dream work, basically.
So when you're doing these, these web series, these scripted series and stuff like that, right? What would you say 9 times out of 10? I mean, not 9 times out of 10, but what's the like ratio of people like that come, like everybody comes willing to work versus like, you know, somebody's just like, what like?
For me, I could speak for myself. Like me being in the process, like 9 out of 10, because
9 out of 10 people come to work.
Come to work. Like, come to work. Yeah.
Okay.
I've been on set. I've been on like maybe like a set or two that it was a good project, but I mean the energy was kind of different. But most parts that I've been in, like the energy is positive. Like other people make you want to get motivated to really get the line out. Like I said, acting is not a job to be. It's a passion. So it comes as fun to me, like because I'm having fun and it's passionate and it's like I love what I'm doing. So I don't take acting as a job. Like I take it as a passion. So
you just feel like you're lucky to be doing what you do.
I'm just blessed to be in a platform and like honored to be working with people and just to like bring the vision for the director or the producer, like bring the project into great vision.
Who's your favorite person that you worked with, like as far as acting wise? Who's your favorite actor or actress that you worked with? You had to pick like one and be like, nah, this is a person I could see myself working with in the future.
I mean, I won't say I don't want to be biased to say favorite, but I mean there's a few people that I worked with so far, like Colin Kilkenny. He's from Foster Said. I mean, he been on For Life at ABC. That brother's dope. Like he's very talented. There's like I said, there's good actors and there's great actors, and I put him in that category with the great actors because not only he can act, he can sing and all that too. So shout out to Colin Kilkenny. I did a project with my boy Mikey J. You know, he's a producer, actor. He's an activist and all that. So, like I said, like I don't want to be biased and be like, oh, who's my favorite? But there's just a few people that I know that's like in a different level. And there's levels to it, like the acting levels to it. Yeah. Pretty sure when you deal with artists and all that.
I mean, you can see it like shit. I watch that in regular movies. You can tell like people who are like method actors. You get what I'm saying? Like people who live as this person throughout the movie and shit like that. Like you can tell because that's like anything like. The person that I think the most talented actor alive right now is like Daniel Day-Lewis. You get what I'm saying? Like it's just like I mean like I like other actors more than him, but I think he's the most talented person. You get what I'm saying?
I like Michael B. Jordan too. I like Michael B. Jordan. You know, like I said, like Denzel Washington. Shout out to Chadwick Boseman.
Rest in peace.
Rest in peace. Yeah, him. I see him was the great. Like I see his like growth, like in all different movies, like the James Brown movie, the Thurgood Marshall movie, 42 with Jackie Robinson, Black Panther. I mean, and then his last movie, I think I forgot what award. Ma Rainey's Black Bottom. Yes, but I forgot which movie. I think it was the SAG Award. Honestly, I think it was the SAG Award. But see him, like I said, it's different levels, and you know he's up there. He's Michael B. Jordan, all of them up there. So, but like I said, it's great to work with people that has great energy, positive vibes, and you can learn from them too. Like I said, I met Gravy. I met Jamal Wooler. Like that's one of the persons I wanted to meet. I mean, I know him from like way back in the day. Like
but to see what he's
come now, it's great.
My mom was watching a movie with dude. It was like some stripper movie where he owned the club, some shit like that. So he's still out here doing this.
Right, and he's doing different movies and stuff like that.
Roles,
like 730. Circumstances 2. I mean, even though his name is up there, but he's still grinding and still working. Yeah. So that gets me to learn how to be in his level or better. Just watching people before you that's a big pioneer.
Trying to transition.
It's all about transitioning. It's all about growing. being what's the word I'm looking for? I believe that.
I got you. So, all right. So, what you got coming up for like the rest of the year? The roles and the name of the project and the roles that you
I got Keys and Cuffs. That's coming out September 11th. I'm supposed to be shooting tomorrow or Sunday. I'll be playing CSI Rosario. DNA supposed to be coming out very soon. I will be playing CSI Pope. Got a whole lot of roles now, and then like I said, Forest Privates come out the 20th because that's done. It's kind of different. I got a lot of roles right now. The Dragon Squad. Shout out to Tyrone Bullock from New Jersey. So I'm just out here working basically.
Congrats, man.
I got my photography business as well too. So
Okay, so you take the pictures yourself?
Yeah, a little bit. I'm messing around.
You got it.
I'm getting there. I'm getting
there. Man. As a creative, man, don't let nobody pigeonhole you in there. Yeah, that's for a fact, man. All right, man. And what's the thing? And what are you trying to? What are you yourself? What are you trying to put together? Anything like that, man? What's the dream project for you?
Talking about acting or you talking about
acting?
I ain't gonna lie, for me, I want to be in one of 50 Cent projects, like either Power or the BMF. Like I want to be in those type of projects right now, cause like I said, like I'm branding myself and I'm just working. I'm just out here grinding like crazy. So a lot of people know my work and they know what I'm worth. So so like I said, I'm gonna be very patient. And once the people, I want people to call me, not to sound cocky, but
work talks for itself.
Work for itself. Instead of hitting them up, let them hit me up, because
get you an agent.
An agent,
get you. That's for a fact. Yo, man. All right. So, is there anything that people need to know before we get you out?
I just like let people know, like, man, anything you want to do in life, like acting, rapping, anything. Just believe in yourself. Once you believe in yourself, the vision will come alive. Because like without believing in yourself, there's no vision, and without struggle, there's no progress. So I tell anybody, just keep working hard, no matter who or what circumstances come in your life. Take it with a grain of salt and just learn and grow. And then be around people that make you better. Be around people. Like even your circle, I tell people there's no squares in your circle at all. I don't want no squares in my circle, and I want my circle to be perfect. Yeah. People to tell me when I'm doing wrong, when I'm doing right. So these are the people that you need to have in your life.
That's cool. That's cool. Man, I just want to let you know you definitely like an inspiration and things like that from what you've overcome to what you're doing now. Like I see you, like remember you it started with one role and then it just kept pouring in, and then like every week it was like now this. You know what I'm saying? So congrats, man. Man, like that was fine.
Oh yeah, man, that's fire. Yeah, make sure y'all check that out.
It's on Amazon Prime.
Yeah, it's Amazon Prime, Roku TV, channel 321 on Tubi TV. Matter of fact, check out Forces. It's on season 1 and 2 on Tubi TV. Got a whole bunch of, and then I got another movie called Devour. We supposed to be filming that very soon. Shout out to Maverick Entertainment that picked that project up and picked up Manhunt 2 as well. So like I said, I was out here working and grinding. So I mean, strive for greatness, and greatness will come. So
that's what flat is. All right, man. So Slap shout out you, man. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe. Shout out to my man Boss Mike from letting me use the spot again. I think it's about the 3rd time. So yeah, man. Working, man. We still building. Yeah, man. Tune in for new content. Appreciate you. All right.